Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Live Ones. I am Big Matt, your capper extraordinaire. The big story today, we all saw it last night, those of us with Prime Video anyway. The Bills were cruising to an easy victory at Hard Rock Stadium late in the third quarter. Tua Tagovailoa driving into the red zone, 4th and 4, down 3 scores, trying to get a comeback going like he did the week prior, runs up the middle for the first down, does not slide, lowers his shoulder and goes headfirst into Damar Hamlin, who just kind of sits there and absorbs the impact. Completely clean play. He didn't do anything wrong. But Tua went down in a heap and clutched at the side of his helmet and didn't get back up again. Suffers yet another concussion on national TV. This is getting beyond scary now. That's his 4th concussion in 5 years. He had one his junior year at Alabama. Then, of course, he suffered 2 in a span of 4 days when the Dolphins medical staff infamously let him come back on short rest in 2022 after he cleared concussion protocol. We, of course, saw him terrifyingly engage in decorticate posturing on the field, his fingers all locked out stiff at very abnormal angles. Watching something like that now, we know that athletes with a history of 3 or more previous concussions have 3 times the risk of getting a subsequent concussion than those with no previous history. It's just no longer ethical to permit Tua to keep playing football in the NFL. I understand he just got a $200 million extension. He's got every incentive in the world to want to keep on going, but at some point, someone close to him needs to step in on behalf of him for the sake of his long-term health so that we don't have a really bad situation at some point down the road. Anyway, Bills won. We won that play. We won our baseball play. We came within an eyelash of having a perfect night with our play in the Texas State game. The total was off by half a point. Arizona State was up. They had the ball, drove it all the way down to a chip shot field goal at the end of the game. Then, just as the seconds were winding down on 4th and goal, Texas State stopped the clock with 2 seconds left to force them to kick it, to try and get a miracle fumble or block kick to run back and win the game. We were all set to just get that over, and the Sun Devils said, nah, we'll just snap it, run out the clock, and take a turnover on downs. I was so angry. I wanted to throw my remote through the screen. It was still a winning night. We'll take it. We got Friday night lights and a full slate of weekend baseball kicking off tonight. Let's get to it. And we're going to start off with college football. We have a rematch of last season's Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Kansas and UNLV. 2 programs trying to rapidly turn around years of unfortunate doldrums. 2 new administrations in their second years after massive success in their rookie campaigns. 2 programs predicated on really explosive offenses. Unsurprisingly, last year's bowl game was a track meet, went for 65 points. Should we expect another high total tonight? I certainly think so. We talk about running back by committee. UNLV seems to have a running back by a committee of committees. 5 different running backs plus quarterback Matthew Sluka have rushing touchdowns in their first 2 games. Sluka's only had to drop back a total of 30 times between his 2 starts. Some college quarterbacks hit that in one half of football. He does have 5 touchdowns passing and only 1 pick so far, so I'd say they probably kind of struck gold in this transfer from Holy Cross. Kansas didn't look great in their loss against Illinois last week, but to be fair, it was a game against Big Ten defense. UNLV, for all their offensive success last year, also gave up a ton of points to the better schools they played in the Mountain West. Expect the Jayhawks' up-tempo, nice balanced mix of run and pass plays to give them fits as the game drags on. I like this total to go over 57.5 tonight. That is my first play of the night. Over to baseball and one of the games no one wants to watch, including what few fans these teams have, the Nationals and the Marlins. But it's got a great angle, and that's the starting pitchers. Both Eduardo Cabrera and DJ Herz have put up extremely good second halves of the season with a combined 2.99 ERA over that span between them. Herz faced the Marlins earlier in the season and managed to strike out 13 batters in just 6 innings. Both these offenses have been faltering as of late. They've combined for an average of 8.1 runs total over their respective last 10 games on average. That's why the total for this full game is where it's at a pretty low 8 runs. But if you're looking for an underplay here, I wouldn't go with the full game. These aren't great bullpens, but the under 4.5 in the first 5 innings, that's a rock-solid play for me. I'm taking it. Marlins, Nationals, first 5 innings, under 4.5 runs. And what should be an exciting series kicking off tonight in Atlanta with the Dodgers coming to town. Landon Knack, their long relief guy who can go about 5 innings when he needs to as a starter, can throw about 80 pitches, has been, really solid as a starter all year with a 3.00 ERA. Faces off against Spencer Schwellenbach, who's also been really sharp in his rookie campaign since being called up on Memorial Day weekend. 3.78 ERA, a whip just north of 1. He'll get into the 6th inning most of the time, but rarely finishes it. Problem for him tonight is that the Dodgers have absolutely hammered righties all year. 5.2 runs per 9 innings off of right-handed pitching. Between Shohei, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, Gavin Lux, that team's got a lot of lefties that can clobber the ball. There's really just no prolonged rest when you're dealing with that lineup as a right-handed pitcher. The Braves absolutely have the stronger bullpen in this game, but I think the difference in score between the two teams by the time the relievers come in is going to be more than this weak Braves lineup that's riddled with injuries from top to bottom is going to be able to handle. So give me the Dodgers on the money line. That's my third and final play for the night. Everyone bet safe, stay safe. Follow us on X at Live One Sports. Check us out on Roku and Fire TV at the Live Ones. Have yourselves a great Friday night, and I will see you soon.